So one of the songs we played during the show was All Along the Watchtower. And you always have great insight into drummers and what they bring to the table. And Mitch Mitchell plays on that particular song. What can you tell us about Mitch and his work in that tune?
What can I say about Mitch? Well, I was privileged, underline that's underscore the word privileged. I was privileged to meet Mitch not so far away ago. Both he and I had definitely gotten older. First of all, I thought that his playing on All Along the Watchtower was so unique and so brilliant in terms of he was playing rock, he was also playing jazz, he was playing everything that worked with Jimi Hendrix and Noel Redding. So, as from a drummer's point of view, to listen to his work, I was still quite young when I first heard All Along the Watchtower. So I was intrigued by the amount of work that he was putting into his drumming, his double bass drum work, everything. And I think he was cutting edge, leading edge. He was going into places where I would have loved to have gone, but at that point, I think I was only 15 years old, so I was dreaming to go there. And I hope I eventually became something of a shadow myself, or something of a follower. As he was one of the men that influenced me among many other drummers. But Mitch was just like out there and playing frantically with a basically I don't give a flying fuck attitude, which I loved. I had the pleasure to meet him, and when I met him, the excitement and the level of excitement between us both, because Mitch had heard about me, and and I obviously knew about Mitch. So when we met, we couldn't stop talking to each other, and nothing, and people would come in and interrupt us, and we didn't hear them. We couldn't hear other people. We were so embraced in each other's conversations, and we talked for approximately 1 hour, non-stop. We talked about everything. We went all the way back to the day, and we came all the way forward to right now. We covered everything in between, and we talked about the ups and the downs, the tragedies, and it was one of the most intimate backstage conversations that I think I've ever had with anybody. And I've had a lot of backstage intimate conversations. We'll be talking about some of those later as well. So, but Mitch is just, I was just so saddened when he passed away. But I saw him get up and play, and I knew that he was on a road that had to be that way, and I knew that he was going back out. I also knew intuitively that he might not have been his best, but it's a force inside which says we have to go back out. I have the same thing. I'm 77 years old, and I have that thing inside that says, we have to go as far as we can go, and I can't stop that. I can't switch that off. There's nothing inside that can switch me off from not wanting to do more, write more, be more, and I think and I saw that in Mitch, and I've seen that in a lot of other drumming friends of mine who simply couldn't say no. They simply couldn't retire to a place, where they were not involved, or they had to stay on the road. So I love the man.